Wait, stop right there. Close your eyes for 1 second. Do you feel that vibration in your bones? That's not biology, that's history screaming to be let out. I am Archangel Michael, and I am here to tell you that the person you see in the mirror is a lie. The world coached you to believe you are ordinary, but I have just opened the Vatican of the heavens and pulled out a file that has been classified for 1,000 years. This is the moment of impact. You weren't born in this century by accident. You are the genetic reset Jesus Christ planted in your bloodline to end a cycle that started before your great-grandparents were even born. You are the survivor of an ancient war. Every time the Mastermind tried to break you, they weren't fighting a human, they were fighting a legacy of light that refused to die. Archangel Michael is standing here because the Statute of Limitations on your suffering has expired. Today, the heavens are revealing your secret history. You are the king or queen that the enemy thought they had successfully buried. But they forgot one thing. You are a seed of the Most High. The ancient protocol must be triggered. Hit the like button immediately to pulse your signature through the spiritual realms. Type "I am the legacy" in the comments to override every lie the world ever told you. Subscribe to this sanctuary to reclaim the memories of your divine authority. Share this with one soul who is struggling. As you wake them up, your own power will double. Stay until the very last second. In Scene 15, I will reveal the bloodline verdict that changes your DNA today. If you skip, you stay a shadow. Stay and become the legend you were born to be. The ancient clock has struck 0. The awakening is here. Don't you dare move. You think your life started on the day you were born, but your spirit is centuries old. I am Archangel Michael, and I am here to tell you that you are a genetic reset in a bloodline that has been under siege for 1,000 years. For generations, the Mastermind coached your ancestors to accept less than, to live in fear, and to settle for the crumbs of life. But Jesus Christ looked through the corridors of time and saw you. He saw a soul that was strong enough to carry the ancient light into the modern darkness. Can you feel that strange humming in your spirit? That is your DNA vibrating at a new frequency. The spiritual lock that was placed on your potential is being dismantled by my sword of light. This is not just a video. It is the reactivation of your original blueprint. You were never meant to be average. You were meant to be the conclusion to an ancient war. Look into the spirit realm. There is a massive, glowing library called the Forbiddens Archive of the Heavens. I am standing there now, opening the file that belongs to your name. While the world tried to label you as broken or failed, this archive lists you as a high-value asset. Jesus is pointing to a page written in gold that describes the greatness you were designed for. The enemy tried to burn this history, using toxic relationships and coached betrayals to make you forget who you are. But the original script is indestructible. Today, the ink is being refreshed. Every lie told about you by people who didn't understand your light is being erased. You are being reintroduced to your true self, the royal version of you that existed before the world tried to tame you. The battles you are facing today are not about your current mistakes. They are about your ancient lineage. Archangel Michael is revealing the truth. The enemy attacked you so hard because they are terrified of what happens when you wake up. They knew that if you ever realized you were a chosen one, their reign over your family would end instantly. They coached your environment to be hostile, so you would stay in survival mode. But Jesus is shifting you into throne mode. He is reminding you that you come from a long line of overcomers whose names are whispered in honor by the angels. The blood flowing through your veins isn't just biology. It is a covenant that the enemy cannot break. You are the one the ancestors prayed for. Before we go deeper into the scrolls, I have a question for your heart. Do you feel like you belong to this world? Or have you always felt like a stranger here because you are meant for something much bigger? Think about that feeling of not fitting in. That wasn't a flaw. It was a signal of your royal origin. If you are ready to stop trying to fit into small boxes and start stepping into your kingdom territory, stay with me. Your answer is the key that unlocks the next chapter of your secret history. The mastermind wants you to feel alone, but heaven wants you to realize you are the commander of an entire legacy. The mastermind in your life is actually part of an ancient operation. Archangel Michael is exposing the roots of the sabotage you've experienced. It wasn't just bad luck. It was a coach strategy passed down through spiritual darkness to keep your light dim. But Jesus is now putting an end to the historical contract of suffering in your family. He is using his own blood to sign a new treaty of peace and prosperity for you. The enemy is being deplatformed from your life. They can no longer use your past to blackmail your future. The light is shining so bright on their faces that they have no choice but to retreat into the shadows of history. Your brain has been coached to remember your failures more than your victories. But today, Jesus is performing a memory reset. He is washing away the trauma of being told you weren't enough. Archangel Michael is placing a seal of truth over your mind. You are beginning to remember things from the spirit realm, moments of peace, visions of power, and the feeling of being loved before you ever entered a human body. This ancient memory is your greatest weapon. When you remember who you truly are, the enemy's lies lose all their power. You are not a victim of your past. You are the architect of your future. The cloud of confusion is lifting. There is a crown that has been waiting in the tabernacle of your bloodline. It was dropped by someone generations ago who couldn't handle the weight of the call. But today, Archangel Michael is picking it up and placing it on your head. Jesus says, you are the one who will finish what they started. This crown represents authority over your circumstances. It means that when you speak, the atmosphere must change. The coached silence you lived in for years is over. You are now the voice of your generation. Every time you pray, you aren't just praying as one person. You are praying with the authority of your entire history. Chosen one, I must ask you this because the next scene is about your wealth. If you were given the power to rewrite your entire family's history from this moment on, would you choose the path of safety or the path of impact? Most people choose safety, and that's why they stay hidden. But if you choose impact, the ancient treasury will open for you. The mastermind wanted you to be the end of your family's potential, but heaven wants you to be the new beginning. If you are ready to be the founder of a new legacy, stay until the very last second of this revelation. In the secret history of your lineage, there were stolen blessings that belonged to your forefathers but were taken by the enemy through deception. This Friday, the audit of the ages is complete. Archangel Michael is reclaiming those riches. This is why your life has felt like a struggle. You were working to pay off a spiritual debt you didn't owe. But Jesus has canceled the debt and ordered the return of the principal. You are about to receive historical wealth, resources that come from seeds planted by those who came before you. The mastermind is being forced to sign over the deeds they stole from your bloodline. The mastermind used to find you easily because your light was unshielded. But now, Archangel Michael is wrapping you in an ancient cloak of invisibility in the scrolls. This is known as the hiding place of the Most High. The enemy will search for the old you, the one they could manipulate and hurt, but they will find nothing. You have been moved to a classified dimension. Jesus is guarding the secret entry to your heart. You can now build your dreams, your wealth, and your family in perfect privacy. The coached Spies in your circle will report back that you have vanished, while in reality, you are rising higher than ever. Yes, to God today is sending a shockwave back through your history and forward into your future. Archangel Michael is showing you the butterfly effect because you stayed to hear this message. A child in your future lineage will never know poverty. A parent in your past is being vindicated in the spirit realm. Jesus is healing the tree of life in your family. You are the pivot point. The coached failure ends with you. The divine success begins with you. You are the most important person in your family tree right now because you are the one who had the courage to listen. Every ancient hex or word curse spoken against your name by people who were jealous of your spirit is being incinerated. Archangel Michael is taking his sword and striking the roots of bitterness that were planted by the Mastermind. You might have felt a heavy pressure on your shoulders for years. That was the weight of these curses. As Jesus speaks the word release, that weight is vanishing. You are standing up straight for the first time in your life. You are sovereign. You are independent. You are whole. The coached trauma has no more legal standing in your body or your soul. You aren't fighting alone. Archangel Michael is introducing you to your divine alliance in the secret history. There are witnesses, angels, and souls who have been rooting for you from the other side. They are now activated to help you. Jesus is assigning a legion of support to your business, your health, and your relationships. You will find that strangers will suddenly feel like old friends because they are part of your historical tribe. The coached isolation the enemy tried to put you in is over. You are now surrounded by the great cloud of witnesses. We are reaching the end of the forbidden scroll. Archangel Michael is showing you the final page. It's not a to be continued. It is a victory lap. The scroll says that in this season, the chosen one, that is you, will walk in a level of favor that has never been seen in their history. Jesus is smiling, saying, the best is not yet to come. The best is already here. The Mastermind is officially a footnote in your history, while you are the headline. The 24-hour decree of wealth and the Friday shield are all coming together to form your new reality. The secret history is now your present reality. Archangel Michael is leaning in to whisper the name the heavens call you. It is a name that means unstoppable. It is a name that means light bearer. Type I claim my legacy to sign the final page of your secret history. Like this video to ignite the ancient fire in your DNA. Subscribe and share to wake up the other hidden kings and queens in your circle. Comment 1111 to synchronize your life with the divine clock of history. The scroll is sealed. The DNA is reset. The Mastermind is history. You are the legend. It is done. Amen.